Chapter 4, Minitab Express. We could consider many sets of variables to summarize a county's economic status. I will examine the variables to identify a set that might be used to measure a county's public schools and public education. There are many variables that I might consider. Using the Minitab command statistics, correlation, I will select the variables to investigate for internal consistency. I want to find 3 variables, but I've included 6 in case there are any variables that are negatively correlated. For this exercise, the variables you select must be positively correlated with each other. If there are variables that are negatively correlated, we need to remove those from consideration. The variables I'm going to select are population 2012, licensed daycare facilities, public school enrollment, public school faculty, per pupil expenditures, and public high school grads. Here's the correlation matrix. Notice that the per pupil expenditures is negatively correlated with all of the other variables in the data set. So this variable would be eliminated. Of the remaining variables, population is highly correlated with all variables, so I'm going to keep this one, except for, obviously, we're going to take out the per pupil expenditures. Of the remaining variables show high correlation, so I can select whichever set makes the most sense. Since all variables are highly correlated with population, it might make sense to standardize these variables. We will study this in PUP3043. But for now, consider that we could calculate licensed daycare facilities per 100,000 or per 1 million population. Without standardizing, counties with large populations will obviously have more facilities, but do they have enough to meet the needs of the population? Standardization removes the effect of the differences in populations. For question 2, you will select a different set of variables, this time seeking to measure a county's poverty. Follow the steps above.